Do y'all remember when Candace Owens, and that name right there is going to hit different after we get into what we're about to get into today. Today is that day. Candace is about to have her own personal judgment day today. My God. But y'all remember when she sat down with none other than Harvey Weinstein, a man who is currently incarcerated for doing the sorts of things that Candace pretends to care about, unless, of course, it's some of her close family friends, such as Andrew Tate. Yeah. Before the interview, or at least the publication of the interview, there was a whole bunch of promo. I mean, there was a little trailer that was put out. All this hype was built up about it. She did a series talking about the series to come. And then it came out, and then it was absolute crickets. Y'all remember that? There has been an 8-episode series on whether or not Emmanuel Macron's wife has a boy part. 8 episodes, an hour plus each. But when it came to this one, which should have been, this was supposed to be the one that completely dismantled the entire establishment. And the reason I use quotations is because the establishment in her head is basically just the Jews, right? That's the establishment. That's all corruption. That's all things terrible. In her head, that's essentially what it seems to be. Yeah, it turned out that little tasty morsel there didn't go very far. And I believe part of that reason is because she did not get what she wanted out of it. Now, I came across a video from none other than Milk Bar TV. Shout out to Milk Bar. You're doing the Lord's work for real. And, man, this one hits different. This one hits different. I had not seen this specific clip. I think this interview might be behind a paywall. But again, I didn't understand why this wasn't publicized. It wasn't out there like that. Not many people were necessarily talking about it. But I realized, this is probably why. Let's get into it, shall we? And I was not planning on doing another one of these because I had just done a full op-ed style 40-minute video, dissecting the cult of Candace Owens and why it is that these people have this parasitic sort of relationship, etc. I was not planning on doing an impromptu like I am right now, but this is just too good. So let's just go ahead and get into it. My goodness.
But have you considered that it could be deeper, that there was somebody who wanted you put
and please don't mind the little drums in the background. I know they were added for the level of extraness we're about to get into, but this is just cinema.
That there may have been someone who wanted your company, because to me, there is just overwhelming evidence that you were set up here. It looks to me like a modern day hit. I don't know who you upset. I don't know what they were after, but it just looks to me like a rigged system and they took you out. To me, it looks like it was just a show trial and the outcome was already determined before you even stepped into that courtroom. I do think that you stepped on somebody's toes. Like there's somebody's toes that you stepped on that you may not have been aware of when you were in Hollywood, because
she's going fishing. Can y'all tell what she's fishing for? Again, please don't mind the drums. I promise you it is so worth it. It is so worth it. All things that happen in the dark shall be brought to the...
Had a lot of power. You had a lot of power.
I can't say who.
Why not? Why can't you say who? What do you have to lose?
Because I'm not sure that I'm right.
Because he doesn't know, Candy. He doesn't know. Because, some people may actually think to themselves, I may not be the purveyor of all truth. Maybe, just maybe, my little conspiracy is wrong. I promise y'all this is getting so good. I know I'm doing the thing that I'm not supposed to be doing while this is unraveling, but damn it, this is fresh. This is hot off the press right now. I'm probably going to drop this like within the hour of recording it.
I think... Maybe. I really want to push you on this point, Harvey, because I think it's very significant. You had the greatest movies that were in Hollywood. You had a lot of power. And I'm wondering if there was anybody in Hollywood that you may have been fighting with at that time that just anything that could have been going on. Because I think there's something bigger happening here.
There wasn't a fight per se, but the establishment, I would not say, was my friends.
Right. And who?
Right.
What is the establishment?
I'm caring and concerning. Right. Who is the establishment? Say it. Say it. Say the J word. Say the J. It's the J. Say it. It's right there at the cusp of the tongue.
In Hollywood.
It's normally the big studios, but I can't say that they were part of this.
Right. No, I'm just wondering, like, who in the end, who owns all those movies now? Who owns your catalog? What happened to your company?
We sold the catalog to a company called Be In.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
B? Huh? They use the word be in Hebrew, don't they? They do, right? We're almost there. Look. Oh, she's holding it. Who is it? I'm going to push you on this one. Who is it?
Which is owned by the Qatari government.
I'm gonna stop it right there for copyright purposes, but folks, it gets better.
And we sold the other part of the library to a company.
Just say it. The
Company called Spyglass.
Yo, okay, Spyglass. We know who likes to spy. The Mossad. Right? Okay.
And Lantern, which is owned by the Saudi Arabian.
You know, I've been accused personally by this individual here of being paid along with other small influencers to slander her name. I do this here for the pure sport, for the pleasure of exposing an insane person. It's enough to just be a grifter or a liar or misinformed. It's one thing to be in it for a buck. It's another thing entirely for you to be so obsessed with this one fixation, fishing, hunting, on the prowl for it, only to be met with this moment. You did everything in your power to have this moment. It was all about this moment. It was always about this moment. Why would you sit down? Why would you put your career on the line? Because you wanted these words here.
You know what I mean? Which is owned by the Qatar.
No. She wanted, which is owned.
They called Be In.
Which is owned by.
You know what I mean? Which is owned by
the Jew. That's what she wanted. It's an Israeli organization, a Frankist organization. The Bolsheviks. She needs that. You can't bring up her people. What do you, huh? What? What you got? What you got? Harvey Weinstein is a lot of different things. He's a lot of different things. A creep, predator, vile individual. But one thing I realize he's not is Candace Owens. They're not of the same ilk. He feels justified. He does. He feels justified He feels he's been done wrong. But he's the type to tell you what he did and then justify that thing. Out of his own mouth, his catalog has now been bought by the Qataris, Saudi Arabians. And y'all, I don't know if y'all caught this. Look at the face. Look at the shift.
Say that they were part of
in
this.
disposition.
Right. No, I'm just wondering, like, who in the end, who owns all those movies now? Who owns your catalog? What happened?
Who owns your? You look at the eye squint. Who owns your catalog?
Oh, we sold the catalog.
She's like, we're about to squeeze the juice out of this one.
To a company called Be-In, you know what I mean, which is owned by the Qatari government, and
interesting.
And we sold the other part of
There's another part. Okay, there's another part. It's probably the worst of the movies, right? We got all the most violent ones there. This is Tarantino in this damn thing, right? These a lot of Tarantino films here.
Library to a company called Spyglass.
Oh, Spyglass, please sprinkle in a little bit of Mossad. BB, do you own it?
And Lantern, which is owned by the Saudi Arabian government.
Very interesting. I'm asking these questions because my investigation into this isn't going to stop.
And then it stopped. And then then she left his ass in that prison to rot. She buttered him up. Because he said he didn't want to do the interview. Harvey's a weird guy. He's a so-called feminist. He hates Trump, all these sorts of things. And the reason he didn't want to do the interview with Candace Owens is because he believed that she was still in allegiance with DJT, right? He didn't know that she was a backstabber. He didn't know that she was always in it for herself, etc. So once he realized, she's not actually, she's not a part of this whole MAGA movement. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, she seems to have quite a following. If she's going to be on my side about things, and we can definitely do that. Give me some of the questions maybe ahead of time. I don't know. These are just my assumptions. Again, I'm not the purveyor of all truth, right? I just kind of calls it as I sees it types of thing. And so she butters him up, likely, and she gets him to this point, like you saw there. I want your story to get out there. I want the truth. Who is it? Why can't you say it? You should be able to say it. The buildup was incredible. Oh, but the release, a dud, an absolute dud. Oh, God. I mean, Hollywood, built by the Jew, filled with Jews. Couldn't you just find just one? Come on, Harvey, just give me one name. All I need is one. I'm Candace Owens. I take one little snippet of information and I spin it into an entire universe. Just give me one Jewish name and I can tie it back to all the atrocities in human history. I promise you I can do it. Just give me one. Damn it. And bro pulled up on her and he said, I did sell off my catalog to some, Well, okay, let me just go ahead. Let me get this off my chest. This feels good. Okay. Sold it to a company owned by, and can't just, oh my God, we're about to get it. This is about to be, Contain yourself, Candy. Contain. And then Harvey's over there. Yeah, this is freedom. Yeah, so about the Qataris. Oh, I would not doubt that she is going to circle the block. Not 360, 180 circle of the block. 180, a full pivot the other way and say, Harvey Weinstein may be in allegiance with the you-know-whos, and they tricked the Qataris into buying that valueless asset. I'm not going to say who it is. Jew. Huh? I'm not. I'm not going to say it, Jew. I'm not going to say the word that you guys want me to say. I'm just simply asking questions. I like to ask questions. I'm Candace Owens, and I'm curious. I'm curious. Now, mind you guys, this was not an interview done like yesterday. This is probably spanning on to maybe 2 or so months. I believe it was when I first saw the initial trailer for this. And I had the same thought that any other, same-minded, rational individual say. Why the hell is she sitting with him? Why is she looking to exonerate, quote unquote, this guy? I mean, she has direct proximity to a host of different people who probably could actually use a platform like that to vindicate themselves. Harvey? And then I thought, wait, but Harvey's also, technically Jewish. I don't know if he's practicing. I don't even know if, he subscribes to it. There's a whole lot of woke, liberal, self-hating Jews out there. They exist. There's a lot of them. I've covered them before. I don't know if he sees himself as actually Jewish, but, he's considered as such. I mean, what a last name to connect you to your ancestry. So I then realized, you have to think backwards because you're dealing with, again, this malignant, narcissistic, dare I say, even tapping into sociopathic or sociopathic sociopathy. You're dipping into a world of manipulation where things are upside down. So what you have to think about is who better than Harvey Weinstein to expose the J's. All a setup. If she could have gotten that one little soundbite, it would have all been worth it. Never happened. So yeah, I have a 40-minute banger coming out soon. Again, I literally ran across this moments ago. And I could not believe what I was seeing. I could not. And yes, me like many out there are devoted to calling out the things that y'all are doing. You can do the same to me about me. I'm fair game. I'm in the public eye too. I get it. But the difference is this. I'm never going to tell my people that, I have these hidden knowledges and these hidden truths that nobody else knows that you can only get from me for $9.99. No, I calls it as I sees it. I'm wrong. If I'm on point, then fantastic. I'm just aligning with the things that I'm doing my best to understand, as opposed to starting with a hypothesis, with a narrative, and then trying to fit things in there. I try my best to be an open canvas. And then that's why I get to. That's why folks are like, well, why are you standing up so much for the Jews? Why are you talking about this? And I say, because I was lied to about this and I believed the other side before because it was the jargon that was being pushed around. I just went for it. Oh, yeah, there's, I guess, a genocide going on and, the Israelis are behind it. And wait, let me actually look into this thing. And then when I saw the backlash of Douglas Murray, how, oh my God, how, I have hope in humanity as a whole, but sometimes when I see individual things, I'm just like, wow, how did we make it this far as a species? That man was sitting across from a quote unquote comedian known as Dave Smith. And out of 2 hours of a debate where this man was essentially highlighting things that he has researched for the last year and a half, and written an entire book on being in the region. Have you been there? The only thing that goes viral is that moment there. Oh, Dave Smith owns Douglas Murray's. They didn't like the fact that his British accent makes him sound condescending. And maybe he is a little condescending, but guess what else he is? He's also correct. He's also right. He's also done the research. He's also been there. That moment, I was like, oh, Oh, the people are going off emotions. Uh-oh, pivot. Same thing with Trump. Oh, people are emotionalized. Oh, they actually don't know what the hell's going on. Let me do my own due diligence here. And I did it and did it and did it. And I continue to do so to the point of nauseam. That's why I'm so confident in what I say. That's why I can stand behind it. And I know it's going to stand. And it proves itself correct every time. I labeled this young woman here, Candace Owens, because it was in me. Something was there. There's something about it. No hidden truths. It's staring us in the face. You give these people a pass and you can't give these people a break. What's that about? You know, they say we're fixated. You're fixated on Jew. Why do you care so much about them? And I say, oh, we're a response. The truth is a respository. It reacts to the lie. That's what that is. So you have a host of people who are simply pointing out the lie by bringing forward the truth. If you had told the truth on your side, you wouldn't have the truth meeting you where you are. You wouldn't need it. You're already espousing it. But once you introduce a lie, oh, now you're fair game. You're fair game. You're fair game for the truth. And the truth is always going to, as I said in the beginning, all things that happen in the dark will come to the light. I believe in those words. It might take a day. It might take a year. It might take 10 years. It might take 50 years. It will find its day in the light. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
Aquarius. Where? I've been up for hours, I've been up for days, you. Staring at the ceiling, I've been counting strays, you. I've been in my feelings, I've been out of mind. I've been getting visions of the other kind. I've been up for weeks. I'm in the count of blessings over count of sheep. I can never be the type to limit when it comes to me. I used to be the pleaser for the people. I ain't